Stop listening to fear. All it does is lie to you. All fear does is try to convince you that you're the small self, that you're just your ego, you're nothing more, that you're just a grain of dust here and you were born one day and you'll die another day. And you're scared about what's going to happen, and that's just completely not true. It's not true because the only thing that's convincing you of that is your fear, is your small, fear based, ego based self. And if you don't know what I mean when I say ego based self, it's basically a theory, or maybe truth if you believe in it, that you're basically intertwined of the ego and the spirit. The ego is kind of like the mask you wear, it's like I am a human being, and the spirit is kind of your essence. I know I'm getting a little esoteric spiritual here, don't really care, nobody's watching anyways, but your spirit is basically what illuminates you. It kind of sticks with you from life to lifetime, and it's what unifies us all. We're all just one infinite spiritual being that splits itself into different bodies, into planets, the moon, stars, flowers, trees, everything, and kind of just puts on this grand show, puts on this maybe grand experiment, if you want to think about it like that, think about it like a science experiment, to try to find itself, to know itself better. And it doesn't know itself in fear. This spirit, who you truly are, knows itself in love, in unconditional love that loves everything and everybody equally and infinitely. No matter what you do, the spirit is always going to love you for being exactly who you are, for being authentic. But it's your choice whether to accept this love or whether to basically block it out. And I would kind of compare it to maybe like a door. On the other side of this door is love, and your fear is this door that's trapping the love inside on the other side away from you, and you're basically keeping it out from actually entering you. So say you have a door, say the love's coming in from outside you, and you basically have this door on your heart that you don't want to open up. That door is this fear. And it'll tell you all these ridiculous stories that you don't deserve this love because of something that happened in your past, or because somebody told you that you weren't worthy of it. And you have all these limiting beliefs that basically drive this fear on and on and on and on into cycles and spirals. And it's up to you to decide when you want to actually break this spiral. I know that in my life I used to be so fearful of expressing myself, and just fearful of actually just feeling love and feeling self-love for myself, inner peace, feeling love for other people as well, because I thought that that made me weak. I listened to all these stories in my mind, and stories I had believed from other people in society, that love is weak, and it's really the strongest thing out there. Fear is actually the weakest thing out there. I mean, fear is, first of all, just an illusion, but all it's gonna, nothing that you ever hear in your mind that's fear-based is ever gonna be true. And I know you're gonna try to argue with me about that. Your ego is gonna try to argue with you about that, but that's the truth. If something, basically, if you have a decision to make, and they're kind of like the two angels on your shoulder, whatever you want to call them, the fear-based and the love-based, one of them is going to be telling you one thing, one of them is going to be telling you the complete opposite thing. And we usually listen to the fear-based one because it's a lot more urgent. It's saying, it basically is like, you have to do this now or else. And love is never going to say that. Love is never going to say, you have to do this or else. Love is going to tell you what's right to do, but it's going to give you the choice. You have the free will to decide whether to listen to it or not. And we all tend to really listen to fear because, again, it's more enticing. It tries to grab us. It doesn't want us to have free will. But this fear, stop listening to it. All it does is lie to you. So think about it like this. Would you still be friends with somebody if all they ever did was lie to you every single day and they never told you the truth? That's kind of pretty much how it is with your ego. All your ego does is lie to you to try to basically maintain its validity, to keep itself going, to keep its illusion going. And you treat the ego like it's your friend. Well, not even at that point. You treat the ego like it actually is you. You're so attached to it. If you've never meditated or really ever witnessed or observed your thoughts, you're so attached, intertwined with all your thoughts, with your ego. I like doing this. You're so intertwined with your thoughts, with your ego, everything, that you believe it to be who you are. And I know that this is the way that I used to feel, and it really, it's not even saying like there's a right or wrong way to live. I don't believe that, but there are things that are going to lead to more suffering, such as being attached to your thoughts, such as following these fear-based thoughts, or there is witnessing everything with love, the love who you truly are. It's basically, are you living as a liar, or are you living listening to a liar and taking a liar's advice? Or are you living listening to all the love that comes inside you and fulfills you so then you can reflect it out onto others? Because what you feel on the inside is ultimately what you're going to be reflecting to others and sharing, whether it's through art or just in a conversation. And if you've ever had somebody lash out to you or be very mean to you, hateful, you have to think about why they did that, because we all think that it's always about us. We're very self-centered, egocentric. We think everything's about us. So if somebody kind of berates you or somebody makes fun of you, you ultimately think, you put yourself down, you think that's because of me. But I can say 100% that nobody's going to be making fun of you unless it's like a joke. Obviously it's fine, but like if somebody's like actually very mean to you just because like they hate you, it's nothing to do with what you're doing. That has to do with the hate that's in their heart. Because I know this at this point, that I have no desire or need to ever just like make somebody feel terrible, because I feel just very good about myself. And I know that when I was dealing with various mental health issues, when I was going through anxiety and depression, always living in fear and anger and hatred and all these lower vibrational emotions, that's when I would always really lash out at people. And it's very unconscious, and I didn't know this until really working on myself, learning emotional intelligence, starting a personal development spiritual journey. But that's what it is. You have no need, when all you feel inside is love, that's what you're going to be radiating out to others. You have no need to be mean to somebody just to make them feel sad, because when you feel completely loving and peaceful inside, that's how you want everybody else to feel. And that's also in part why I make these videos, training your mind to find the divine inside, because I truly believe that the divine is inside everybody, this same divine, but it's whether you're aware of it or whether you're not. And again, it's on this door. It's on the other side of this door. This door is fear. You can choose to go through it, choose to open that door and let it all come in, or you can choose to keep the door closed and have all these stories in your head, these fear-based stories about why you're not doing what you want to be doing, or why you're not feeling the love you want to be feeling. And then this reflects onto the outside of your life when you wonder why your relationships aren't going the way you want them to. You wonder why people are lashing back out at you. Think about it kind of like a boomerang, kind of like karma, where what you put out into the world is what you're going to receive back. And it's just a cycle. You put stuff out into the world, comes back to you, you react to it, you put stuff out in the world, you see how this just keeps going, and you're going to be perpetuating this cycle of fear, anger, hatred, until you can choose to stop listening and stop believing these lies that fear tells you, stop believing these lies that the ego tells you, and ultimately witness, be the observer, realize that you are the observer, the spirit, the non-judgmental witness who loves everybody and everything unconditionally and infinitely. And I think that's really beautiful. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, give me the like button, hit that down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. I'm going to be making more videos like this on spirituality, personal development, and psychology. Have a great day. Peace.